Thank you for joining me today. I am always super happy to host these practices in the morning. It's a nice chance to connect with people, to see people in the morning, kind of see you. And so I'm super happy to be here. I'd like to begin, actually today I'd like to begin in child's pose. A nice wide-kneed child's pose, a nice comfortable child's pose. So whatever is comfortable for you. I'm thinking knees wide to the width of the mat. Slide your hips back over your heels. Walk the hands forward and let your forehead rest down on the mat. Bring your hands to the mat and slide your hips back a little further behind you. Let's just breathe deep and easy into this pose, into your back body. Feeling everything open. Feeling the front of the body become more grounded as the back body becomes light and airy. Reaching out, stretching through the fingertips, finding length along the sides of the body, right from the fingertips, up the arms, through the armpits. Sides of the body, really feel that on an inhale when you press into the ribs. Then just set your hips back even a little further, walking the hands out, the hips back. One more big breath here. A long, slow exhale. Let's inhale up to a tabletop position, bringing your knees in underneath your hips, your wrists underneath your shoulders. And a couple of cat-cows here. Tip the tailbone up. Let's take this first one really slow. So tip the tailbone up and then begin to bring movement up your spine, dropping the belly button. Roll the shoulder blades back and down. So the shoulder blades are sort of facing towards the back wall. And bring the crown of your head up. And again, feel like you're bringing the back of your head towards your tailbone, really opening up the front of the body. As we exhale now, keep the crown of the head up and tip the tailbone down. And really move this sensation up your spine, through the navel, coming up to the ceiling, broadening the shoulders, and finally dropping the crown of the head. Really tuck in here. Inhale to open up the front of the body. So again, starting with the tailbone, bringing sensation up your spine. As you exhale, curl it down. One more time in each direction. And then inhale to neutral. Exhale, slide your hips back over your heels to a child's pose, but with your knees hip width apart. Inhale, stay low, bend your elbows and come forward to plank on your knees. As you exhale, lower all the way to the mat. Inhale for your cobra pose. Roll your shoulders back, press your heart forward, and press the back of your head towards the back wall. Exhale to release. Inhale to table or plank on your toes or plank on your knees. And exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Pedal around here, stretching out through the back of your legs, swing your hips. For sure, shake your head. Come up high on your toes and then set your heels back, moving whatever way feels good here, really. When you're ready, gaze forward between your thumbs and step your feet forward to the front of the mat. Fingertips to the shins, coming to a halfway lift. Roll the shoulders back, taking any rounding out of the spine. And as you exhale now, pull the navel into the spine and round down to gaze back between your knees in a forward fold. Soften your knees, gazes on the big toes as we do a slow spinal roll up all the way up to stand. Roll the shoulders back, bring the fingertips up. As we exhale, hands to heart center. Take a moment here, bring the big toes together. Maybe lift all your 10 toes up off the mat. Break any tension you might be feeling there. Lengthen up through both sides of the waist. Roll the shoulders back and down. Tailbone is down, turned down for a long spine. And inhale, the fingertips up to the ceiling. As you exhale, come to goddess arms. Elbows are at a 90-degree angle, coming straight out from your shoulders. Upper arms are parallel to the ceiling. Inhale, fingertips up. As you exhale, take those goddess arms again. Squeeze your shoulder blades together so that your whole arms, hands, everything are out of your peripheral vision. Inhale, fingertips up. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, soften the knees and slide your hips back so that you're coming and your fingertips are grazing the mat on the outside of your pinky toes and the hips are coming back. The crown of the head is reaching forward. We have a nice flat back here. As you inhale, reach the hands forward, palms facing down, biceps are next to the ears. So everything is hip height, hips, shoulders, hands. Big inhale, look for length. And then as you exhale, come to those goddess arms one more time, bringing the elbows back, keeping the hands and the arms out of the peripheral vision. Inhale to reach. Exhale, squeeze everything, shoulder blades together, the elbows back. Inhale, exhale. Inhale to reach the fingertips forward. As you exhale this time, make like you're coming out of a swimming pool. Push your hands down, come up to stand. Inhale, fingertips high. As you exhale, lift your heels up off the mat. And then on your inhale, hands come forward and we slide down, slide the hips down, coming to a low squat. Keep your ankles, your knees, your feet together. Squeeze your legs together as if they are one leg. When you get your hips down over your heels, let your knees come wide and bring your fingertips to the mat. Tuck your chin and just walk your hands forward. Walk your hands forward, slip your hips back. Hands forward, hips back. Hands forward, hips back, just over and over. Lengthening once again through the spine, opening up, really breathing into the low back. Walking the fingertips back in, support yourself as you bring your knees back together. Slide your shoulders over the hips. Reach the hands forward. And keeping the heels up, let's inhale. Take the whole length of a nice long inhale, squeezing the legs together. Come all the way up to stand. Hands up. Exhale, thumbs to the heart and heels to the mat. Inhale, fingertips high. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, let's find a halfway lift. And exhale to draw the right foot back to the back of the mat. Option here to drop the right knee down onto the mat or stay up on the right toes. Inhale to sweep the fingertips forward and up. Exhale, sink the hips. As you inhale, let's find those goddess arms one more time. And then as you exhale, Round the spine, broaden the shoulders, and bring your forearms together. The elbows, the forearms, the palms, the fingertips. Inhale to open, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, squeeze it in. Inhale, open the heart, open the chest. See if maybe you can bring your elbows even further back in space. Exhale to squeeze them together, collapsing across the collarbones. One more time to open. And one more time to close. Let your elbows come wide now and slide your hips down to, or your hands down to about heart center. Inhale to open up. And then exhale, let's twist to the left. Right elbow to the left knee. Extend the spine here. Lengthen through the crown of your head. And then push into your hands to lift the heart. Nice, easy breathing here. One more full cycle of breath. Sink the hips, lengthen. Back leg is straight and strong. Inhale, come back up to center. As you exhale, bring your fingertips to the mat and step your right foot forward to meet the left. Let's come to a halfway lift here. And then a forward fold, but make it like a dangle. Just hold opposite elbows, or maybe let your hands sink, or take your head with interlaced fingers. Sway here. Soften your knees, bring your fingertips to the mat now, and let's step the left foot back to the back of the mat. As always, an option to drop the left knee down onto the mat. Let's inhale the fingertips forward now. Exhale, sink the hips. Inhale, find your goddess arms. Exhale, bring the forearms together, squeezing across the front of the body, rounding the spine. Inhale to open. Exhale, squeeze it in. Inhale, heart comes forward. Exhale, rounding. One more time, inhale to open. Exhale, find your palms and your elbows together. Drawing the hands down to heart center. Elbows come wide. Let's twist to the right. Left elbow to the right knee. Right elbow's high. Lengthening through the left heel. Right up through the crown of the head. Press into the hands. Lift the heart. And roll your right shoulder back a little bit more. Pull your navel in. Try and lift your torso up and away from your right thigh. Inhale, come back up to center. As you exhale, fingertips to the mat, step the left foot forward to meet the right. Halfway lift. As you exhale, soften the knees, plant the hands, and step plank pose. Now you can be on your toes or on your knees here, whatever feels good for you. Feet are hip width apart. Crown of the head is reaching forward. Let's inhale, come forward. Exhale, lower all the way to the mat. Inhale to open the heart. Exhale, release. Inhale, plank or tabletop. And then exhale, let's bring the hips up and back, downward facing dog. As you inhale, let the right heel float. And as you exhale, knee to nose. Shoulders are over the wrists, squeezing across the front of the body, bringing your knee right up to your nose. Inhale, extend. As you exhale, right knee to right elbow. Try and bring it up as high as you can. Inhale, slide your knee down toward your right wrist. Exhale, draw it back up above your elbow. Inhale, extend the right leg. Exhale, right knee to left elbow, crossing underneath the body. Inhale, extend. As you exhale, drop the right foot back down next to your left. Float the left heel. As you exhale, knee to nose, squeezing across the front of the body. Inhale, extend. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Keep it high above your elbow if you can. Inhale, slide it down to the left wrist. Inhale, extend, and then come back up. As you exhale, draw the knee to your right elbow. Inhale, extend. As you exhale, left foot comes down next to the right. Come up high on your toes. Drop your knees down onto the mat. Let's cross the ankles and roll over the feet. Coming to your seat. Give the shoulders a couple of rolls. Feet are on the mat. Actually, I'm going to turn so I can face you. I want to do a quick variation on boat before we come down onto our back. So feet are on the mat about hip width, a little more than hip width apart. Bring your right hand underneath your right knee and take your right ankle or bring your right hand to the top of your right foot. And then do the same thing on the other side. So left hand comes under the left knee, takes the ankle or just lays on top of the foot. Now, roll the shoulders back and lengthen up through the spine. It's going to feel a little awkward at first. Come up on your tippy toes and start to walk your tiptoes in towards your body so that you're sort of balancing on your sits bones. And maybe your toes can come up off the mat and you can lift your feet. Pose is called flower. It's probably less attractive. There we go. Coming like this, opening up through the heart. Now, if you can stay here just like this, or if you like, try and keep the height of your feet and extend up to boat pose. Big breath here and boat. Boat or flower. You can bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. And then let's roll all the way down onto our backs. You can use your hands to support yourself or you can reach forward with your hands. Tuck your chin into your throat and roll your spine all the way down onto your mat. Once you get here, tuck your shoulder blades in underneath you. Bring your arms back to those goddess arms. Bring your knees into your chest. And let's just let the knees drop over to the left. Right shoulder blade stays down on the mat. Nice easy twist here if you want to take any variation on a twist. If you want to bind your right leg or twist them, bind your legs around each other, whatever works for you. You can do that here. Just remember that what you want is to be feeling a release in your muscles. You want to be relaxed, let gravity do the work here. One more big breath in. And then as you exhale, come up to center and let's drop over to the other side. Knees come to the right, chin comes to the left. Again, you can bind or do whatever feels good for you. One more big breath in. And let's inhale back up to center. And as you exhale, extend the heels down to the far corners of the mat. Reach your hands down, palms facing up. Savasana. Morning Savasana, I find, is a time to look forward to the day, to set my intention for this day, allowing me to respond more thoughtfully to the things that happen to me, be less likely to react and be reactive in a way that I don't like. Now I'd like to encourage you to stay in Savasana for as long as you have time for. But if you are ready to begin moving, begin with a big deep breath. Long, slow exhale. One more time, big breath in. Exhale deeply. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. And just take any small movements that you like that feel good for you. Moving your arms, your legs. Making your way finally into a big full body stretch. Maybe a morning yawn. And then draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug and sway from side to side until you're ready to roll over to one side or the other. And when you're ready to come up, take your time. Move slowly, easily, finding a place to sit that is a pose to sit in that is comfortable for you. And finally, bring the crown of the head up. Inhale the fingertips up. As you exhale, thumbs to the third eye and hinge forward for our final pose. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thanks for coming, guys. I hope you enjoyed this practice and have a great day.